This program has been brought to you by Durango Party Rental. We put it all together perfectly.
Conservative activists are targeting La Plata County Commissioner Gwen Lachelt with a recall effort for her support of oil and gas industry regulations. And if the petitioners are successful in gathering the required number of signatures, taxpayers can expect to foot the $60,000 bill for the special recall election. Ty Brandon Hawks, David C. Peters, and Michael Cunini have charged in their recall petition that Lachelt is unfit to continue her term in office because she has, and I quote here, repeatedly leveraged our public office for her private gain by appearing before U.S. Congress and other federal government entities to advocate and advance her and her employer's political and policy agendas under the guise of her role as our commissioner. Furthermore, they charge that Lachelt's poor attendance record makes her unfit for office, although county records indicate that her attendance is on par with her fellow commissioners. The petition is being circulated by members of a new organization called the La Plata Liberty Coalition, a conservative group of activists with ties to Americans for Prosperity, a national conservative organization that supports grassroots efforts to lower taxes, fight government regulations, protect personal property rights, and promote charter schools. The La Plata Liberty Coalition formed last month after hundreds of mostly rural residents protested land use regulations that were proposed in a first draft of the code released late last year. The commissioners have said that a second draft with extensive changes reflecting their concerns will be released later this spring. But that hasn't stopped the coalition and its supporters from circulating the petition to oust the two-term Democratic commissioner.
It's certainly disappointing to be facing a recall petition after just getting reelected for the second time just over a year ago. And I feel like a recall election is really a waste of taxpayer money when it's a petition that's really based on false statements.
Efforts to contact members of the Liberty Coalition through their Facebook page have gone unanswered. Ethics charges against Lachelt were filed with the county attorney last spring. A subsequent investigation by the Eagle County Attorney's Office found that Lachelt had not violated Colorado conflict of interest laws, nor was she unethical in her advocacy role. Americans for Prosperity is further complicating the issue with its presence and activity in La Plata County. The organization has several offices in Colorado and recently opened a branch in Durango. In a phone interview with Durango TV News this week, Americans for Prosperity spokeswoman Tamara Farah said that the nonprofit is not involved in the recall effort, nor is it actively advocating for any specific regulations in the land use code. Farah said the organization exists only to help local communities of like-minded conservative voters on education efforts and grassroots recruiting to rally behind conservative issues. Farah called the land use regulations a potential threat to property rights, and that's why the national organization decided to help opponents develop a coordinated effort to protest the land use code. The commissioners who oppose the recall effort have said that the protests and the recall petition may be premature.
We've made it very clear that we really want to get this land use code right for La Plata County. Are we going to make every single person happy? Probably not, but that's why the residents elect county commissioners. And all three commissioners are very committed to a public process. We have been all along. We take extra measures to get public comment and to make sure that that public comment is inserted in all of the regulations that we pass as a commission.
In the meantime, Lachelt has launched her own campaign through social media to discourage voters from signing the petition. Her opponents have until March 30th to submit 7,500 valid signatures from registered voters. After verifying signatures and allowing for protest periods, La Plata County Clerk Tiffany Parker said the earliest a recall election could be held would be late July. Cost to hold the election is estimated at $58,000 to $60,000. Lachelt has 3 years remaining in her second term in office. The seat is term limited and she cannot run again. To follow Lachelt's campaign, visit GwenLachelt.com. To follow the Liberty Coalition's efforts, visit SaveLaPlataCounty.com.